It's less about impressing. It's more about wearing something that makes you feel really, really great, really, really powerful, and so sexually, I'm going to say that, sexually in command. Hello, hi, how are you? I'm Robin, welcome back, or welcome to my YouTube channel. This little world right here is man for himself. If you like hair product reviews, grooming, skincare, fragrance, and videos like this very one, then chances are you are going to love it, and I mean love it, round here. Please do press subscribe right now. Hold up, he's in a suit. Yes, I am. This video, seductive, sexy fragrances. I thought I'd make an effort. I thought, let's pretend we're having a date night and I'm gonna get a bit dressed up for you. I've even got myself a little whiskey and ginger. I popped the ginger in because normally I get a bit carried away and then I get a bit nose blind and it's more about the booze rather than the fragrances. So last week I did a video on spring fragrances. We're at the end of that. And as I was going through the box of fragrances, there were a couple that I picked out and I was just so intoxicated. Something took a hold of me and I just thought, wow, these are sexy. We all have different things which are sexy to us and we all lean in on those different sort of moments. Whatever you're into, whoever you're into, as long as it's legal, as long as no one's getting hurt, then go wild, be free, be you. I salute you. But these are the ones that I definitely smell and think, oh God, fuck this, let's just do this. There could be a few words in this one, so if you're easily offended, go on, get out of here, we don't want to see you. No, do stick around, I'll try and keep it clean. Okay, I'm going to start with, I've got 5, let's call it a top 5, there'll be a couple of these videos. Again, I need to get some sort of ranking on YouTube. The first one I featured a couple of times, Black Orchid. It's Parfum Black Orchid by Tom Ford. The original Black Orchid, I didn't hugely like. I found it really sickening, sickly, heavy. I found it just, one of my friends, and I've spoken about this before, she used to wear it, and I just, when I got sat next to her, I just was a bit like, oh yeah, that's great, haha. But this one, it's addictive, it's sensual, it's sexy. Black Orchid is all about, it's a fantasy note of what this Black Orchid would smell like. And there's also black truffle in it, there's ylang ylang, there's plum in this, but there's a real injection of rum absolute. So you've got something, where are my strips? You've got something which is quite boozy, but it's still really rounded. So it's not boozy and hectic like a night up the park with your mates when you're 16, but it's classy and boozy, much like myself. Let's have a spritz. What I love about this is, it's so addictive. You're kind of like, do I like this? Don't I like this? But you're really moving in on it. If it's on a neck, you literally are having a little nibble like some sort of vampire. It's so sensual. It's so sexy. It's warming. It's everything that you want in a sexy, sensual fragrance. I've banged on about this a few times, and I'm gonna bang on about it again. I think it's a really fantastic launch from Tom Ford. It was in 2020, and I just think the way that they kind of upgraded that original was just perfect. Also a gold bottle. It can get a bit trashy, I think, with gold, but this is great. Rounded, juicy, sensual, sexy, all those provocative goodness that we love. Yes. Okay, the second one, here we go. He's fully into it, isn't he? The second one actually is not yet out. This is out in May, so May is tomorrow, the 1st of May. So I don't have a really nice bottle, but I will get some pictures and we'll splash those up to show you what it's gonna look like. But this is Van Cleef's and Arpels Orchid Leather. I got sent this by the PR. I did an evening spritz and we went through new launches and I just kept on coming back to this. I was captivated by it. I wanted to wear it. I wanted to drench myself in it. It was sexy. It was heady. It was hectic. And it was everything that I want and need. There's not much left in this. So, I mean, they didn't give me very much. Come on, guys. When this is out, I'm going to get this. I think it is just so, so gorgeous. So, this is the first time that Van Cleef and Arpels, who is a brand that I don't particularly know, this is the first time that they've used leather in a fragrance. This one made me kind of think of, there's a Carolina Herrera platinum leather, which I really quite liked, but I love this. With leather, and I've said this before, leather you get different sort of types of leather. You get the harsh, brash, sort of cheaper sort of leather that you might get on some guy in a really dodgy nightclub in Essex. Hi, if you're from Essex, you're always so welcome here. But then you get these other sort of leathers that are so soft, and the sort of leathers that you'd get on a gorgeous coat. And it's the type of leather you want to stick your face on. It's the type of leather you just want to like get under. It's warming leather. It's soft. It's creamy. It's buttery. And that's what I'm getting from this sort of leather. It's less about the sort of top notes in this for me. And I think that's kind of what makes such a great, sexy fragrance. You know, once that's dried down, once it's on your skin, whoever you're with is going to be nuzzling. You want to smell that night. You want to be smelling it that morning. You want to be moving into the afternoon, maybe on the sofa in the afternoon, then back in bed at night. So you want your fragrance to last, and it is all about those base notes, and it's about what is left. You're naked. You literally have that and only that on your skin. So beautiful. Slight sweetness with the vanilla, but need this. Thank you very much for sending me this. I will be liking a full bottle if possible when it is launched. I'll link it. All of these are linked, and the 4 are on manfromself.com with the reviews. This one will be reviewed properly as soon as it's out. Okay, if you like those sort of sweetness, but you might also like a bit of smokiness, you like your spices, you want it hot, you want it cold, you want it now, then Penhaligon's Blazing Mr. Sam. He's confident, he's verging on cocky. Everyone loves his charm. Their words, not mine, but I actually would go along with that. Second one of these that I've had, Blazing Mr. Sam, and I was about to say Talented Mr. Ripley. That's a film, Robin. And the other one that I absolutely love, someone shouting at this and telling me, Robin, it's this that you love. I can't remember. Blazing Mr. Sam and Roaring Radcliffe. Roaring Radcliffe I love. Those are those sort of bourbon notes. But this one is tobacco, it's vanilla, it's hot spices, it's cold spices, so there's cardamom in there, which is a cooling spice. It comes back in. There's also cinnamon in this. But what I love about this is, to me, some of the other ones were date night, and they were a bit like, you know what's coming. But for me, this one is about confidence in yourself. It's less about impressing. It's more about wearing something that makes you feel really, really great, really, really powerful, and so sexually, I'm going to say that, sexually in command. It's just so, so great. And with tobacco and vanilla on the base, I love tobacco. I think it smells absolutely amazing fragrances. I like when tobacco and like a bourbon or a rum are combined. I think you have something which is elegant, something which is established, something which is grounded, but still has this sort of sweet gourmand sort of quality. And this is what you have in this. You do have the slight sweetness of vanilla without being sickly, and then a slight smokiness of the tobacco. It's not tobacco like some guy on a street corner, like puffing on his like rollies, but it's tobacco in a real kind of like smoky drenchedness. Just add ness on the end and you can turn anything into a something-ness. Oh, thank you. You are gorge to the gorge. Okay, let's stick you on this one. I received this, right? Atkinsons, I've got to get the name right here. Gold Fair in Mayfair. And I received this maybe last year, and I opened it and I thought, oh, trash. Absolutely not. This gold bottle, this is not me. It feels a bit bling, it feels a bit and I just thought, no, not me. And then I spritzed it, and then I played with it, and then I came back to it and thought, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you. Where are you? I need you. And it was this. And I needed it, I wanted it, I had to have it. And it lasts on the skin, it's got a great performance, and it's sexy, and it's sensual. So don't be deceived by the packaging. Always go to that second date and see if you're gonna make it work. Now, this one, in the video I did last week, I should say, that was, one of them was Fou de Absinthe by L'Artisan Parfumeur, and it had this, it had the absinthe note. There's also absinthe in this. Absinthe has a sweetness to it. It's also very commanding. It's slightly spiky, I think. I think it really does turn ahead. And this is very much this. The other thing I should tell you about this, and I only really noticed, there's a number on the back of these. They are still available. I did check on Selfridges, but this is 1,075 out of 2,000. Only 2,000 of these have been made, so they very much are limited edition. And they were created to celebrate Atkinsons coming back to their original home in Mayfair. So there's got a story about it. Also, the bottle is supposed to be like the inside of the shop. I think I'm getting this wrong, but let's just sell it in. But it's sweet, it's seductive, it's sultry, there's nutmeg in there, there's cocoa bean, there's vetiver, there's ambrox. So there's just a gorgeous mix of everything. But for me, it is all about that sort of sweetness. The difference in this is that this has a nuttiness about it. I kind of think of this as, like, I'm a big cocktail fan, I really do. There's a cocktail shot that I've had a couple of times, and I think of it as this. I think it's using like Kahlua, so it's like slightly nutty, it's also quite creamy, it sits perfectly on the skin. But as I say, you know, this was one that I constantly have been thinking about. If you can get yourself into an Atkinsons, do ask to try this. It's gorgeous. Or if you are a blind purchaser and you've got some money to splash the cash, then blind buy this. I love it, but don't come for me if you don't like it. There you go. Okay, final one is the cheapest in my lineup. And in last week's video, I had Boîte Flottée. I've got that wrong. Bois Flottée by L'Occitane. And this is the other one. They've got 3 in their new launch. And this is Karité Corsé. Say it with a conviction again. And this is Karité Corsé. Karité Corsé. Karité Corsé. Sir? Another Karité Corsé? Yes, this is this. This also has a sweetness to it. It's also got a spiciness to it. I would say, be careful if you're spritzing over a drink. It's going to end up in there. Out of the 3 of them that I've just launched, this is by far my favourite. It's my favourite because it is more of these sort of sexy, sensual, seductive scents. I was talking about bourbon before, and there's bourbon in this in the base. It's less present when you do smell it. I do think this one is more of that sort of sweetness. There's roasted shea nut, there's coffee, there's cocoa, there's just a touch of bergamot citrus in the top, but really for me it is these spicy and sweet notes. I should also say cardamom and black pepper. So again, you've got that cooling of the cardamom and the warming of the black pepper. For me, my nose really does hover around more of those coffee and cocoa notes, and I am just so here for it. This is £75 for 75 mils. I would say in terms of the performance, I think it's very much in line with that price point. It doesn't last a huge amount of time, but it certainly is on the wrist, and it's certainly in on the neck. So if you're in the mood for a nuzzle, that person is still going to smell it. But I've loved what L'Occitane have been doing. I've really enjoyed the 3 scents. The other one I think is a really good summer one, so I might stick that even in next week or the week after. I'll do a couple of summer ones. But I just love fragrance, and I just love going out and having a drink, and just like date night, I think is just absolutely perfect. I mean, you can imagine me on a date night, 1 drink, and then I'm like nuzzling, exactly. But I'm gonna pop that down, holding that like a cigar. I don't smoke, but if I did, this is what I would do. Actually, that's more like a sort of 1930s little cigarette, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this one. Again, I always go a bit mental at the end of a fragrance video because I really do get them up my nose. But if you're still new to this, you've still not pressed subscribe, then hey, come on. Come on, I created a bar for you. Please do press subscribe. Right now, the button is there just above my gorgeous Italian Lanieri suit. More video suggestions down there, and a link to the products pages at fragrance there. Until my next new video, bye-bye.